How's it going, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of the K Pod. And if you're new here, my name's KP, short for Kong Pang. Obviously, that's the English pronunciation, the Hmong pronunciation, Gong Peng. And yeah, if you're new here, that's my name. Whenever I film or record an episode, I usually do them late at night, so that's kind of the reason why I gotta be quiet, because I ain't trying to wake some people up and get in trouble. But tonight I wanted to talk about actually before I even talk about the topic, let's talk about what I watched. I already watched this a long time ago, but I rewatched it again. So out of the blue, I just felt like rewatching High School Musical. I used to love that shit. I used to love watching High School Musical a lot when I was like second grade, third grade. I don't know, one of those two. But I used to watch that movie. I didn't watch it a lot, but I remember there was this one time, the very first time I watched High School Musical, I went over to so back at my old house, I used to be friends with these people that I used to be friends with. I'm not friends with them anymore, but they lived down on the street. So I lived in a dead end area, and they lived down on the dead end area, farther, all the way to the end. And I used to go over to the house all the time, and play with them, and all this kind of stuff. And there's this one time, I think this was right when High School Musical, like, was about to be played on Disney show or on Disney commercial, whatever. But yeah, I think this was around the time when High School Musical literally just came out, and I went to go watch it at their house. And ever since I watched it at their house, I was obsessed with High School Musical because I think overall, I think the movie itself super fantasized, but everyone just seems so happy, and that's probably the reason why I loved the movie a lot. I was just watching High School Musical 2, but I put on pause for now because I just thought that maybe I should film an episode or record an episode before I continue watching the movie. But anyways, what I was trying to go with this was that, so I loved the movie so much that I had the biggest crush on Gabriella. I had the biggest crush on her. And so the topic that I'm going to be talking about tonight is about my it wasn't like my very first, but it was probably one of my very first ones that like my very first crush that that made me felt some type of way. Like like back when I was a kid, I had plenty of crushes. But compared to this one was just on a whole another level. And the reason why this one was on a whole nother level, and the funny thing was that I didn't remember this until I watched High School Musical, and then it popped up in my brain again. Like I remember it. Like, oh my god, I can't believe, I just remember it now. But the reason why I was so crazy about this one girl way back, like this is my first crush, was because she low key kind of looked like Gabriella. That's kind of the reason why I had the biggest crush on her. But the funny thing was that I think after like a year went by, I just totally forgot about the whole reason, like the whole High School Musical thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just I liked her too much that I just forgot about it. But let's get right down to the story of my very first crush that low key was kind of chasing, but low key was just watching in the distance. Cause I was just too shy. But anyways, so my very first crush. Oh yeah, and also, if you're wondering, yes, I am playing background rain sounds, just because sometimes it's just too quiet. For my audios are just too quiet, my videos are just too quiet. Because, like I said, I'm filming at night and I'm talking quietly. So I like to add, like, just rain sounds. Just so it kind of, like, fits in the mood a little bit. But anyways. But yeah, I just want to clarify that. But let's jump right into the story. So my very first crush. But yeah, I had the biggest crush on Gabriella. Like way back when I was like a kid. And, like everybody knows what it feels like to have a crush. Like when you have a crush on someone, you're kind of crazy all about them and all that kind of stuff, right? So obviously I'm not gonna be telling this story like orderly, because I don't really remember it like that, but I will tell it the way how I remember it, right? But anyways, okay, so way back, I think around first grade, but I'm pretty positive it was on second grade, right? So back in second grade, I remember in gym class, right? Gym class, we were running. So our gym teacher told us to do a warm up of like running around the gym. So then what he did was, I'm pretty sure you guys have done this too when you guys were like in elementary school. During gym class, my teacher would like tell us to run around, but the only time he tells us to do it is when he plays a song. So when he plays a song, we start running around, and then when he pauses, that's when we stop running. So he played a song. It's just some random song, right? He plays a song, and we start running, right? And as we were running, or as I was running with my class, there were two people that were joining our class. There were two people joining our class, right? One was a boy and one was a girl. And these two are siblings. Um, they're not twins. It's just that one of them is older than the other one, but one of them got held back, which is the girl. The girl got held back. But anyways, um, as I was running, I noticed that there was two new students joining our class, running with us, and one of them was a girl, and one of them was a boy. And the girl, low key, this girl looked exactly, to me at least, she looked exactly like Gabriella. And I instantly, I'm not gonna say fell in love, because I feel like that's just a way too crazy strong word. But I instantly just had a crush. Like, I like instantly had a crush on her, a big ass crush on her, right? And the funny thing too that I just thought about just now is that in High School Musical, Gabriella, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, she so in the beginning of High School Musical, she was a transfer student. Funny thing, the girl that I had a big that I had a crush on, that who looked like Gabriella, was a transfer student also. Oh my god, I can't believe I just thought about that. But anyways, but but yeah, she was running with us in gym class, and low key, I was kind of like like you know what? Fuck it. I guess I'll use the word. I instantly fell in love just because, like I said, she looked like Gabriella. And, but at first, I was just kind of like, I didn't know them. I didn't know her like that. I didn't know her brother like that. So then obviously I stayed my distance. And the thing about me too, way back in elementary, was I was a very, very shy kid. But I was also a very naughty kid also. But I was a pretty shy kid. But yeah, I remember that she was running in our gym class. And then after that, I didn't see her again. And then I think a couple of days later, I found out that she was going to be joining our class. And the only reason I found out was because one day when we were in class, she joined our class. Not our gym class, but our actual class. And her and her brother got split up. So her brother went to go be in the other second grade classroom, and she came to be in our second grade classroom. And yeah, all I remember was that I had the biggest crush on this girl just because she low key looked like Gabriella. And then I think for months, like, I really wanted to get to know her. I really wanted to talk to her, but I was just super shy, super scared. But I'm pretty sure some people knew that I had like a crush on her, right? So that's all I remember from second grade. But anyways, so after second grade, I got transferred to a different school in third grade. And then after third grade, I was transferred to another different school. So fourth grade, I went to a different school. So for 2 years, I went to two different schools. I just never saw her ever again. Never saw her. Never saw any of my other friends ever again. And then fifth grade, well, I think it was fourth grade. after fourth grade, like the summer of starting fifth grade, I remember bumping into one of my buddies that I haven't seen in years. Um, yeah, I saw him at a park. The park is near by my house, but I end up seeing him at this park. Um, and we were talking, and then I think I told him that I might be coming back to the elementary school that I went to for first, second grade. The elementary school that I went to was called Roosevelt. So I think I remember telling him that I'm gonna be coming back to Roosevelt for fifth grade. And then I think, yeah, he was super excited because he hadn't seen me in a long time. I haven't seen him in a long time too. So in fifth grade, I ended up going back to Roosevelt after 2 years of not being at Roosevelt for a long, long time. And then fifth grade, I forgot what they're called, but they're one of those kids that volunteered to do like crosswalk type of thing. I forgot what it's called. But I remember when I first went to fifth grade, I saw my buddy who was a crosswalk kid, and boom, instantly, I saw my crush again being a crosswalk. And then next thing you know, I found out that she was in my same class as well. So it's like a dream come true all over again, but I'm still fucking shy and still fucking scared to talk to this girl. But yeah, I think for months I want to talk to her, or whenever I'm partner up, not with her, but partner up with the same group that involves her, I get super nervous, scared, and less talkative. I become shy technically. But way back in elementary, I used to be that very naughty kid. Here's the thing about me as being a kid back in the day, back in elementary. So I used to be a very naughty kid, but the thing about me was that I'm quiet. I don't talk to anyone, but as soon as I get some sort of popularity or whatever, then I start become a little bit cocky and more talkative, and I become very bratty. And then one thing I remember too back in fifth grade was that I remember I was going through that phase again, and my teacher. So there was a parent teacher conference, and my dad was there, and I think it was my dad and my mom, and they were talking to my teacher, and my teacher told my parents. This was the main reason why I actually changed. But my teacher told my parents that this is gonna sound really bad. But my teacher told my parents that she has never ever had a naughty kid in her class throughout her whole years of teaching. Yeah, as bad as how that sounds, it sounds really bad. I don't think I was that bad, but like I said, I think it's just the fact that when I catch that popularity feeling, I get very naughty. and I don't listen. But yeah, my teacher said that to my parents. My parents were super shocked. Like they they knew, like not even fifth grade. I used to be very naughty around like first grade and second grade also, and preschool. But yeah, I used to be naughty elementary, first grade, well, preschool. Um, wait, wait. Yeah, preschool, first grade and second grade. I used to be very naughty. I used to get sent to the office all the fucking time just because I was just a very naughty kid. But I think third grade and fourth grade, I became less naughty a little bit. Like I was still naughty, but I became less naughty. Was only because I went to different schools. But yeah, I remember fifth grade. My teacher said that. But yeah, fifth grade was when like I started to get it. Like I became quiet, but I became naughty and bratty again because of, like I said, getting a little bit of that popularity. But so I become like cocky and shit. Um, yeah, my teacher said that, and then my parents kind of looked at me like very disappointed, and all I remember was I almost cried, or I probably did cry. I don't really remember, but actually, yeah, maybe I did cry. I cried. I didn't like cry. I like teared up a little bit because like that's when I noticed that like I kind of fucked up a little bit, you know. So then after that, my teacher told my parents that maybe um, they should start making me get into doing chores. So then as a kid, so right after that happened, right, my parents were kind of like, I guess, disappointed a little bit, and then they got me into doing chores, such as, obviously I was only fifth grade, so they didn't make me do like hardcore chores, but the only chore I had was washing dishes. So then I started doing that and started getting a little bit disciplined. Um, but anyways, around fifth grade, also, um, I think my crush didn't really like me as much, only because one, um, she was she was a good girl. She was that girl that was that knows everybody, and she wasn't like a teacher's pet or anything, but like she was the type of girl who would like volunteers to do stuff because she was just a good girl. And obviously, a good girl and a bad guy doesn't really go together as much. But I don't think she really. I think she like. I think what. Okay, so one thing that actually got me noticed also was because I used to love dancing a lot. I used to love to break dance when I was a little kid, and 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 also in one of the past episodes, I think the first episode, I talk about my talk about a little bit more about myself and my past hobbies and my hobbies now. So if you're interested into listening to that, or interested to learn about me, then you can go watch that very first episode. But yeah, I used to like love dancing, breakdancing a lot, and I think that's what gained a little bit of my popularity a little bit. And she liked me for that, but I think it was just I think it was also the thing that it was in the back of her head. It was just kind of like I'm still just a naughty kid, you know. So then during fifth grade, I think around shit. I don't fucking remember, but um, so yeah, fifth grade, she was already dating someone, but I still liked her. You know, I still really, really, really liked her and everything. Um, I think after fifth grade, um, after fifth grade, which led to middle school. I think around sixth grade. Um, nah, it was fifth grade. Fifth grade actually. Um, around fifth grade. I don't remember when specifically. Fuck, I don't fucking remember. But it was probably the end of fifth grade and going on to middle school. But yeah, probably. So after fifth grade, right, the summer came by, and I would try and like message her on Facebook, but then obviously it was kind of like dry, ish, because like I said, I don't know how to talk to girls. I've never talked to a girl before, like ever, or messaged a girl ever. But yeah, they were just super dry stuff. Like it was just super dry. It was just kind of like, "How are you? What are you doing?" Like it's just very like boring ass questions. But I guess during that time too, since she was kind of young and I was young also, like it was like boring, but it wasn't that boring because I felt like it was the same thing for her too. You know, like there's nothing to talk about. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, so around so after fifth grade ended the summer, right? I think I might remember this correctly. I'm not too sure, but it's probably in the summer of going to sixth grade, right? So I remember that. So my cousins and them were friends with her older sister, and they found out that I liked um, their friend's younger sister, right? So they tried to set me up with her. But the thing was that, like, I want her to be mine, but at the same time, it was kind of like I didn't know. I don't know how to like I don't know what it's like to have a girlfriend. Like I don't know what it's like. Like I've seen what it looks like on fucking movies and shit, but like I don't know how to like I've never had one to know how to like deal with it, or how to like act. But they kept encouraging me to ask her out, which is so fucking stupid. I can't believe they talked me into this. But yeah, so during this time, she actually, if I'm correct, she broke up with her boyfriend during fifth grade. They broke up, and then what is it? Yeah, they broke up, and she was single, and my fucking cousins convinced me to ask her out, and I end up asking her out, and it only lasts for like a week, just a week. But I'm glad that it only lasts for a week because one, I barely even talked to her because I was just too shy. Two, like I barely even saw her. But I did meet her mom during that first week of dating her. I met her mom. It was just like the relationship was just boring just because one, I was just too shy. So then she broke up with me. I was really, really sad about it because like, man, it's my first crush, and she low key kind of looks like Gabriella, and I fucked it up, cause like like she was mine, and like fuck, I fucked it up. But looking back at it now, like I'm just glad that it didn't last that long, just because like like I like I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything, and it was just a good thing that she broke it off, just because, like I said, it wasn't going anywhere. We were just kids during that time. But yeah, she broke up with me, and I was kind of sad. It was barely even a fucking relationship, to be honest. Excuse me. Bless me, Jesus Christ. Goddamn. But anyways, yeah, she broke up with me, and I was super sad. And then that's when I got into fifth. No, not Jesus Christ. What am I saying? So that after that breakup, I went to summer school, and then that's when I met one of my very, very good friends, and I'll talk about that some other time. But middle school came by. I saw her again, and more other girls, opportunities, but I was still kind of a shy kid. But she was still that one girl that I just couldn't like. She was still that one girl that I just couldn't never let go of. Yeah, like she was just that one girl I could have never let go, because she was still like I still liked her. I still because like every time I saw her, I always just blushed, get shy. I don't know what to say. It's just like I said, like it's hard to breathe when I'm like around her. But yeah, around middle school, um, she was still that girl that I really, really liked. Like, it wasn't really anybody else. There was other girls that I liked, but I just knew that there was just no way I could get those girls. There's just no fucking way. There's no way. Because I knew that I wasn't their type, and two, they didn't even know me like that. I don't know them like that. Like, I just thought they were cute. But for her, yes, there was just, yeah, she was always that one girl that just never like it like it just couldn't be anybody else. It was just always her. Um, I felt like fifth grade. No, not fifth grade. Middle school was when I kind of I was still shy and scared to talk to her and everything. But I feel like middle school was when I was starting to get to know her just a little bit more. In middle school, we formed. I think it was ESL. Um, there were mainly it was just me, a bunch of my Hmong friends, with one of my Filipino friend during that time, along with all our Mexican friends. Well, Latino. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, we we all have ESL together, so we all kind of formed kind of a group of friends type of thing. But yeah, basically our ESL class became our group of friends. That's how we formed our very first group of friends. Along with the other friends that we grew up with going to school in elementary. Yeah, so I felt like middle school, we kind of got close, but not close enough, you know. And obviously, after that stupid fucking 1 week of going out together, there's just no way I could do that shit again, right? So then, like I said, we all of us got closer. Not just me and her that got close, but all our friends got closer. I think that's what made me kind of become more comfortable talking too, because having good friends, good environment to be around, it makes me more comfortable enough to talk to people. And here's the thing about me. Fifth grade, not fifth grade. Jeez, why do I keep talking about fifth grade? Middle school, throughout my whole life, I have never, ever experienced happiness like how I did back in middle school. Middle school was probably I was probably the most happiest person ever. So remember when I said that in fifth grade I was told that to my parents that I was such a bad kid. Middle school was when I became super laid back. I became a nice kid. I wasn't a brat. Like, I was the nice shy kid. I became that nice shy kid. But yeah, I became that. And there were some times where my crush told, not me, but told some of my friends that she does kind of have a crush on me, but doesn't kind of either. Low key, when I heard about that, it gave me hope. At the same time, saying kinda, it also kind of broke my heart, just because, like, man, like, it's not just me. There's someone else too. But yeah, she was just always that one girl that I just could never, like, ever let go. Like, it just couldn't be anybody else. It was just her all the time. So, like I said, I got closer with everybody. I got closer with not just her, but my group of friends. It made me comfortable talking. It made me comfortable talking to everybody, including her. And then 8th grade came by. Probably the most happiest I've ever been in my life. And then that's when graduation came from middle school. And that's when I told everybody that I was gonna go to high school with them. I was gonna move. And everybody was kind of sad because some of our friend groups during that time were actually moving also. So one of my closest buddies during that time, and he's still one of my buddies to this day, he was moving also. He moved to a different town that was only like 20 minutes away, 15 minutes away. It wasn't that far. And then I was moving across town, going to the other high school in the same town. So he left, and then I left, and then our group became smaller. Our group became smaller, and then I went to the other high school that I went to, and I graduated at. That was when I started experiencing my very, very first time ever experiencing depression and anxiety and all that kind of stuff, which we'll talk about some other time. But yeah, after middle school, it became kind of lonely for me, and I started experiencing depression. But I was also getting to explore a little bit more in high school. So all I remember was that I think freshman or sophomore year, probably freshman year. Um, oh shit, I don't fucking remember, but there was this one time. So during this time, right? During this time of fifth grade and kind of like fifth grade and um, the beginning of high school ish. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but during my fifth grade, way back, there was a time where Jabberwockies was a thing, a lot. Like everybody would wear white gloves, white mask, and like hats and all that kind of stuff. So, um, I thought that maybe I should wear a white mask, right? But I only wore the white mask was because during that time I went to a football game, right? And that football game, um our school, our football team was going against the other football team that was in town, which was the other high school that I was supposed to go to, where all my friends that I grew up with went. But obviously I didn't go there. But I knew they were gonna be at that football game. I knew they were gonna be there, right? So then I wore the mask. All I remember was I wore the mask. And then I went to that football game. I went with my brother and then my brother's girlfriend during that time because she was a cheerleader. And I want to say my friend tagged along, but I'm not even sure. But I think we did. I'm not too sure, but all I remember was that I went. So I saw some of my friends up in the stairs. They stopped and looked at me. The funny thing, so I had my mask on. They stopped to look at me. And the funny thing was that I used to wear a Jabberwocky mask too back in like middle school. I used to wear it all the time just because not all the time, but like during Halloween, it was a thing. You know, I used to wear it. They stopped and looked, right? And then I was kind of like hesitant, kind of scared to take it off because I don't know how to like I was happy to see them, but at the same time I wanted to surprise them also. But at the same time I was kind of like, fuck, I can't, like I need to talk to I need to I need to talk to them. So then I took off my mask, and the first thing I heard was, God! Everybody like looked, like a whole bunch of people looked, and then my buddy hugged me. One of my main buddies hugged me, and then behind them was my other group of friends that I went to school with. They're like, "Oh my God, it's Kong!" And then like some people that were sitting at the football game cheering, some of them heard my name, and some of them came too, and they like, "Oh my God, it's Kong!" Like, haven't seen him forever. But yeah, that was like really really good times. And then during that time, I was starting to hang out with my group of buddies again, the ones that I hanged out with back in middle school, my circle. And then obviously I ended up seeing my crush again. And then now this was when me and her got closer than ever. So then I remember that when she saw me, right, she gave me a hug, and that was the best feeling I ever, obviously. Getting a hug by your fucking crush, it's the best feeling ever. We took a picture together, and then I started to make more time to hang out with my group of friends that I grew up with. So every weekend, um, I would always. I found out that every weekend, my group of friends will always go to um, someone's house. So the person that they went to, like the house that I went to, was my crush's house. Cause like I said in the beginning, way in the beginning, um, um, what am I trying to say? Um, oh, yeah, she got held back. That's what I'm trying to say. She got held back to the same grade as her younger brother. So then, during that time, we were hanging out with her younger brother a lot. Also, and like I said, her younger brother was in our circle too, along with her. And then, yeah, our circle kind of expand to like Hmong people, Latinos, and one Filipino, and then a group of white boys and some black people. Like, it was just a whole circle of half ESL kids and then half of the ones that we like grew up together with. But yeah, it was just a group of friends that we all went to elementary together. But we all used to hang out together way back. And I always try to make time to go to their house because all my friends would be there. And every weekend, we always try to find, like, we always try to find a place to go to have fun. And during that time, we went to like homecoming a lot, which I will talk about in a second. Went to like some house parties. Used to go to the stores and walk around stores. Basically, we all just did whatever. We all just hung out. But during that time was probably the closest I've ever felt like I've gotten to my crush. And during that time, I was still kind of shy, but I became less shy too. So then, there was this one time, so after the photo, right? After I took the photo with her when I first reunited with everybody, after like, after a couple months of not seeing my friends, it was either a couple months or a year. I reunited with everybody and I took a picture with her. That was probably the best feeling ever. And then started hanging out with everybody. I started getting closer to everybody. And then I felt like for me, there was always just this circle with me and everybody. But then between me and my crush, there was always just this wall. It wasn't like a brick wall. It was like a window. And what I'm trying to say was that it's like we both see each other. We both kind of like each other. But it's more like someone is waiting for someone to make the move. I'm waiting for her and she's waiting for me. I don't even know. But during this time, I just felt like that's just how I felt like what was going on. Because some people have told me in the past that she did somewhat had a crush on me. I don't know how she felt towards me during that time, but definitely she probably did feel it again, because I'm about to tell you more about what happened too. So then I end up going to their football game, right? Repping their color, because at that time I still wanted to be So the school I went to was North High School. The school I was supposed to go to was West High School. I was repping West High School colors, which is blue. North High School was more like green and black. So I went to their football game and I took a picture with her again. Not at the football game, but at the school. We took a picture together and yeah, we took a picture together, but this time it wasn't like a shoulder type of thing. It was more like a hug. Picture her hugging me and me hugging her picture, right? So then, like, obviously, it felt great. Like I said, it's still my long term crush. So as I started to hang out with them a little bit more, started going to their house, we end up going to like a house party, and then there was this one night I slept over at their house, and I guess she really wanted to like hang out and talk to me, but I fell asleep, obviously, with some of my friends. But I think there was a couple times she tried to wake me up just to hang out with me and talk to me, but I fell asleep. But and then after that, I went to homecoming with her. Now, this is where things started going towards the way I wanted to go. So my friends, so during this time, I made back in high school, this high school I went to, I made friends. I became friends with another Latino kid during that time. He was one of my very, very first friends that I made in high school, and I got him into hanging out with my group of friends. So he started hanging out with all of us also. So, um, so they invited me and my buddy, and obviously people that we hung out with, people that became part of our circle. They invited us to go to homecoming, to their homecoming, right? And then I was wearing white, and she was wearing like black and blue. I was wearing white and black. We went to go eat at a little. It's not a fancy restaurant. It's just like it's not super fancy, but the food they make is somewhat fancy. You know, it's just okay. But so we did that. We went to go take pictures, and then we went to the dance. And then after being at the dance, we started kind of like dance together once, and after once, it became twice. Twice became third time, and then after that, just started dancing together a lot more and more and more, right? And then it just kind of got to the point where, like, I guess our feelings were getting some. Like I said, I don't know how she felt. I'm pretty sure she felt the same way, but I don't know. But I'm speaking about how I felt and how I felt like the environment went down and how everything went down. But I felt like our relationship was getting a lot closer during that time, during that moment. And then as soon as the homecoming ended, she grabbed my hand and she led the way because we were about to leave. And like I said, I wasn't expecting anything like that. I was just like, oh, grab my jacket and let's leave. And then I grabbed my jacket, she grabbed my jacket, and then she just looked at me and she just grabbed my hand. And then, yeah, and then we walked out. We went back to her house, which was the place that we always hung out. And then we stopped, and then everybody, all my friends, we stopped over again. And then that's why I was like, fuck, like, things are going the way how I've always wanted to go for a long time. Because, like I said, like, I like this girl for a long time, and things are actually going the way how I wanted to go for the very first time in my life. So then went to homecoming again. Oh, not again. I don't remember. But oh no. Yeah, I didn't go to homecoming with them twice. At least I don't remember if I did. But started getting closer and closer, and a lot of people started thinking that we were having a thing together. Just because we started getting closer. During Halloween, as we got closer and closer, we started messaging. We started messaging each other not a whole lot, because for some reason, I just remember it just now. But like, it felt good talking to her, but at the same time, it felt like she was kind of holding back. And I don't really know why, but I'm just assuming that the reason why she was holding back was probably because I think one was that she did really like me, and two, she didn't want to be in a serious relationship, because she knows what kind of person I was during that time. They don't know a lot about me, but she knew what kind of person I was after hanging out with them. She knows that I'm a very quiet and serious person. So, and I think she just felt like if me and her were to end up being together, right, it was gonna be something super serious. So then I felt like she was holding back because she knew that as soon as she started being serious with me, then it's gonna be something super serious, right? So then, shit. Oh yeah. So then, Halloween was coming by, and then me and so my group of friends were one of my cousins, right? She was part of our circle. She was hosting a Halloween party for our group of friends. And some of us were trying to think of Halloween costumes together. And me and her thought of a Halloween costume together for the both of us. So we both dressed up together. And then we all ended up watching scary movies together, all of us. And then she sat by. Well, it's more like I picked a spot to sit, and then she just came and sit by me, and I was like, "Damn, you know what? We about to watch scary movies together, and if she gets scared, you know what's about to happen. Gonna protect her and shit." But yeah, we started like cuddling, watching movies. I forgot what movie it was. It's gonna sound kind of funny, but yeah, I don't remember what the movie was. I don't remember at all because I think it was just the fact that we were cuddling. It's probably why, because I don't remember. But yeah, we were watching movies together. She had her head on my chest, and and here's the thing too. We were kind of drinking just a little bit, and some. So I was kind of like buzzed, and what else? I was kind of like buzzed, and then the fact that she was sitting by me and like watching movies with me, and she was like holding my hand. My fucking heart was like pounding like crazy, just cause like fuck, like damn, like damn, this shit feels good. And then she had her head on my chest, and my heart was like pounding so fast. I was like, fuck, she's gonna notice. She's gonna fucking know. I need to calm down because like I felt like I felt like my heart was gonna come out of my chest. It was that bad. I was like, fuck. And eventually she found out. She's like, oh my god, like, why is your heart pounding so fast? I was like, oh fuck, I can't believe she said that out loud. Some people looked at us, and I was like, oh, it's probably just the alcohol. And she said, oh, okay. And I was like, fucking hell, it wasn't because of that. But then like, yeah, and then she went to the bathroom. Like, okay, so here's the thing too. Here's the reason why I didn't really know if she felt the same way or not. Because sometimes she would like be all lovey-dovey with me, and then in the next she would like change personalities where like she doesn't want to do anything with me. Not like that, but then like she doesn't want to hold my hand. Like she just kind of acts like she doesn't know me. It's kind of like that. So then after she got up to go to the bathroom, I just kind of thought that maybe she's not going to sit by me anymore. She's probably just going to go and like sit by my cousin or something. So then like I didn't, so I sat on her spot, and I was like, yeah, like that's what I expected. I was like, he's probably going to do that. So I was like, whatever. And then she comes back and sit. No, she comes back and she was like, hey, scoot over. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is the very first time you ever done this. Like, came back and sat by me. Like, you usually just, like, as soon as you, like, walk away, you kind of ignore me for a while. And then, yeah, she comes back, sits on the spot, puts her head on my chest again. And I was like, damn, bruh. Shit felt good, bruh. And then, after that night, we all left, and we all went back to their house again. We slept over, and I was wearing a white shirt too. And then I woke up, and I had like makeup stains on my shirt. And the funny thing too is that I woke up, and some of my friends were like, "Dude, bro, like, why do you got like stains on your shirt?" I was like, "What?" And I looked, I was like, "Oh shit." It's like, and I was thinking things surprised, like, oh, it's probably just makeup. And then everybody just like, all my boys just like looked at me and like, makeup? And I was like, yeah. Because I'm not going to say her name, but I was like, yeah, it was because she was sitting by me while we were watching movies, remember? And they're like, yeah, she was sitting by you, but why is her makeup like by your chest area? I was like, yeah, she was laying on my chest. And then everybody's like, ooh, this and that. And then obviously the brother was just like, man, that's fucking weird, dude. Like, why is my friend and my girl? I mean, no, Jesus Christ. He was like, why is my friend and my sister like, like it's so weird to see my friend and my sister like be together like that. But then yeah, it was kind of like it felt good during that time. It felt good because like I said, I felt like things were going somewhere. And then I think I remember there was a time where I asked her if she liked me, and she said she didn't know. She didn't know how she felt towards me, and then I just kind of gave her space and time. And then it led to, now this is the part that everything went downhill. So during this time, um, um, I was kind of like getting sick and tired of being that lone, odd, that odd person in the group because, um, because sometimes they would like say stuff about me that I don't know about, and eventually it just kind of got to the point where it just got really annoying. So then, I I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but I ended up just cutting off my friendship with um, the brother and the sister, which obviously was my crush. I ended up cutting off, the friendship. I cut off the friendship, and then the sister really, really hated me for that. And then it just kind of got to the point where, like, honestly, I felt like to this day, I think if I didn't do that, then my whole entire group of friendship with everybody, or just our group of friends, would have never split up. Because I felt like after I did that, a lot of my friends kind of split up. Like they were still hanging out together, but not like that anymore. Um, but yeah, that's the story of my very first crush. Yeah, after that, I didn't talk to them again. Never saw them again. And till this day, it's still the same. But yeah, that's the story of my crush. And like I said, the only reason I started talking about this was because I was watching High School Musical, and I realized that the reason why I fell in love with her was because she looked like Gabriella. But yeah, that's the story of my long-term crush that I was chasing. Eventually got to her. Things just didn't work out, and we end up splitting. Not seeing each other ever again because drama comes by. And you know what? Sometimes um, sometimes people aren't meant to be together. Like there's this saying in Hmong that I don't know if a lot of Hmong people say it, but I always hear it in Hmong movies all the time. But the saying goes that I'm gonna say it in English and I'm gonna say it in Hmong, right? So the saying goes that um, maybe you guys were meant to be lovers, but weren't meant to be soulmates. In a way, like that. It's kind of like that. So in Hmong, it goes that there's your nail to tolo ziunga. Oh no. I think it goes there's your nail to ngaren the gishilusu. Dashi chingaren the ziunga. So in a better way of how they say in movies is that there's your lundu bu tiêm mua rèn tờ đồ nê mua sakeshilu dashi ne chinga rèn tờ te rong du chi mo ne rèn tờ e đồ nê nga lo o ziunga, meaning that and translating again, meaning that maybe God only gave you guys like papers to fall in love together or like each other or whatever, but maybe God gave you guys those papers to fall in love and like each other. But God probably didn't give you guys the papers of being together like soulmates. That's that's the translation that I can translate in my own best way. I'm pretty sure other people can translate it in better ways, but yeah, sometimes like sometimes you like people, you like someone, and you're just not gonna end up being with them, you know. And people will say to you that it's okay, but during that moment, it's not okay, because that's just how you feel. But the thing is, just wait, you know, time will come and you'll find someone one day. You know, sometimes you like someone, you have a crush on someone for so long, and you both finally start to have somewhat of a thing together, kind of like a test. And it just comes to find out that you both were just probably weren't meant to be together, and it's fine. Sure, it sucks to feel that she's not the one or he's not the one, but at the same time, like, what can you do, you know? Things happen for a reason. And also with friends, you know, sometimes not all friends are going to be in your life. Sometimes you're going to see who your true friends are. Sometimes you're going to have to let go of some friends, even if they're the friends that you've been friends with years. But sometimes, you know, sometimes it's best to put yourself in a better environment. You know, sometimes you just have to let go of those friends to put yourself in a better environment so you can feel better as a human being, feel better about yourself. But yeah, it's okay to lose some friends, you know, because eventually you'll make some more, and eventually you'll make the ones that you care about the most. And obviously the ones that you didn't let go are probably your true friends. And, you know, as years go by, your circle is going to get smaller and smaller. Like for me now, my circle became small. Like my friendship with the people that I grew up with, like, I'm glad and I'm happy that they were part of my life. They were there, not for me, but they were there during my time of actual happiness. Like I said, middle school was probably the happiest I've ever been in my life. And then after middle school, going to high school, probably the worst, darkest I've ever been in my life. And to the point where I thought about unaliving myself. And like how I said in the previous, or in one of the episodes, if you're going through some stuff, please don't think that's the option. That's not the option. If you need help, please ask for help. Like, sometimes you may lose your way. You may not be able to pick yourself back up, and you think that there's no way of helping you. Yeah, you know, that's just how you feel. I felt that before. But really, all you really need is guidance. Not guidance to lead to something. Like for instance, if let's say for example, if you um let's say for example you were going through a lot of shit and you're trying to and you come from me for guidance. I'm not gonna seek you for guidance to go play golf. That's not what you do. You don't do golf. You don't play golf. I mean, I can convince you to play golf, but why would I convince you to play golf? Because that's not you. That could be you, but that's not you. What I should be doing is trying to help you find you instead of making you do something you don't want to do. Sure, you can go play golf if you want, but that's not the very first thing I would do to try to make you do. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but I'm trying to speak, but I just can't think right now. But yeah, sometimes things are just not meant to be, and I do believe that um what do I believe? I don't believe in I don't really believe in destiny. Um what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say, but I just can't come to it. But anyways, yeah. Um it's okay to feel like that because it's okay to lose some friends. It's okay to not be with the one you always wanted to be with, you know. Eventually, you find people and you'll find the one. Sometimes the one might come to you. You never know. But I do believe that when the time comes is when the time comes is when the one will either make an effort to try to get to know you or you make the effort to try to get to know the one. That's when the time the one comes. But anyways, yeah, that's the story of my very first long-term crush. Like I said, I only thought about it just because I was watching High School Musical. But yeah, there's just a 1 hour story of just talking about my very first crush that I was chasing for so many years, and next thing you know, I didn't end up being with that person. But yeah, there's just a story, a little quick story about my crush. I was trying to get one of my buddies to be in the podcast later. Like a couple hours ago, but then he was busy, so then I couldn't get him into the podcast. And I wasn't gonna film tonight too, but then I thought about this and that I'd stopped the movie, started recording, but yeah, sorry if this episode's a little bit boring, but it's just a story of my first crush, and I do got other stories that I will talk about later in the future, but some stories I'm trying to save it for collabing with just friends. But yeah, I hope you guys somewhat enjoy this episode. If you guys want to listen to my other episodes, go and check it out. I do got some episodes that, I mean, I don't have episodes right now, new episode now, but I do got some people that I do want to film episodes with and talk about stuff. this whole podcast thing is still new to me, so I'm still trying to like learn, be better at it. But yeah, thanks for watching this. Well, not watching, Jesus Christ. Thanks for listening to this episode. I hope you guys somewhat enjoy it. Like I said, if you want to listen to some more stories, I will bring up some more stories. I will tell some more stories. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Thank you.